Hello, grade 12. We're going to do that program I said that we would do. So I had to put a string grid on the form. What program are we talking about? Well, let's recap. Activity 3.3.3. Remember we didn't do that, so we're going to do it now. 10 by 10, 2D array of numbers. An array with random numbers. Fill an array with random numbers in the range 100 to 999. Okay, so in the button click event, I'm going to declare an array here. Yeah, oops, sorry. VAR, oh, come on. VAR, ARR numbers, colon, array, a 10 by 10 array, hey? Did they say 10 by 10? Yep. 10 rows and 10 columns, 10 rows, comma, 1 to 10 of integer. Because I better go and make sure I've got random range, because math in the users, because I want to have random range. I want to use random range. Okay, so that's my one variable. The other variable I'm going to use, other variables I will use is row and col. Colon integer, that's the easiest way. So for row equals 1 to 10 do, and then for row for col equals 1 to 10 do, and inside there we're going to say num square brackets row comma col equals random range. My computer's getting tired, it would appear. Open brackets, what's our range? I've got to go and check. 100 to 999, so 100 comma 1000. That will give me a numbers from 100 to 999. Now take note of this code very carefully. This is how you access every single box of the array. Every single box will be accessed if you have a nested for loop like that, and then that over there is going to go through each box. When row is 1, col is going to go from 1 to 10. When row is 2, col is going to go from 1 to 10. When row is 3, col is going to, and so on. When row reads 10, then col will go from 1 to 10. So every single box in the whole array will be accessed in the table, in other words. Now we're going to display it in our string grid. So guess what? We do the same thing. For row equals 1 to 10, for col equals 1 to 10. And the reason why is because in my string grid of these columns here, column 0 is this one, and row 0 is that one over there. Those are only for headings. So how do we fill our string grid? We say string grid 1.cells square brackets col, oh my word, square brackets col comma row equals num, but we can't just say that, we've got to say int to string because it's an array of integers. Num square brackets row comma col, and there it is. And I better save this because I think that's probably why file save all. I'm saving this program into the memo folder so that you can get it and look at it when you have when you are doing it. Okay, so don't panic. You will have access to this program. It's in the grade RT12 memo files in chapter 3. Okay, so today's date is the 27th of May. Okay, so maybe it won't freeze so much. Right, so if I run this program and I click the button, then those numbers should be displayed in the string grid. Okay, why do I have errors? Okay, my end here, semicolon, and then my other end is gone for some unknown reason. Strange, strange, strange. Right. Click the button and you can see all the numbers are in there. Now they want us to display each one of those in neat rows in the memo. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to build a line. We're going to build a line of first we're going to build that line, and remember that is row 1, and then we're going to build row 2's line, then we're going to build row 3 line. How are we going to build a line? Well, in row 1 we're going to take column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, join it together, and then we're going to start with a new line and then take row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 for the new row. So that is how we're going to do it, and this is what we will do. So I'm going to say for our row equals 1 to 10, do. Now I must do begin and end, so I'm going to build a line, and we must have a string s line, and I'll set my string to an empty line, s line, I mean an empty string, yeah, there, and then I'm going to go for our col equals 1 to 10, do. Now I've got to join s line up, s line must be equal to the previous s line, join that to arr num square brackets r row comma r col. But of course we have a problem here because it's an integer. We have to say int to string. Now after we've joined the line, what are we going to do? We're going to display it. So remember, our row is going to be 1, empty string, joining all the columns up, and then after we finish that we're going to display it in the memo 1 dot lines dot add s line. Maybe it'd be a good idea to introduce spaces between each of these numbers in the array, so I can join that to a space at the end like that, so we'll have a nice space. So let's see how that works. Save all the work and run. This is very important code, helps you to know how the arrays actually work and look like. So there you go. So there's a representation of the memo in there. Then they said we must go and insert an empty line and display the leading diagonal. Now I'm assuming the leading diagonal is this over here, okay? This section, the one that goes down this way. Right, so we're going to leave a space and then we're going to display the numbers 147, 142, these numbers over here. Now let's guess, what are they? So this is row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's row 6, 4, 5, 6, and that's column 6. So row 6, so it's row 1, column 1, row 2, column 2, row 3, column 3, row 4, column 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, and so on. And that's 10, 10, row 10 and column 10. So that makes it easy, doesn't it? Let's do that. So we're going to do the following and say for I row equals 1 to 10, 10 do, and then we're going to build a string with those things. It's going to be one long string, so I'm going to make s line equal to an empty string, and then I'm going to say s line equals s line plus arr num r row comma r row. Why? Because our row is going to be our row. It's going to be the same number, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. And let's go join that to an empty a space so that it looks neat. And then over here we just go and display it. But remember, we must add, let's go and add a line, an empty line in between them so we can actually see that this S line that we are going to now go and put in is the right one. So you see what I did there? We used the same number. This is going to be 1, 1. We discovered that it's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, row 3, column 3, row 4, column 4. So we can use the same integer there in the address of our 2D array and then just display it in the string as a string. So we're building the string inside this for loop and then we display it. Right, errors. Oh yeah, int to string. I forgot about that, didn't I now? Tut tut. So let's go and make that happen. Build. There it is, 770345. So that is your diagonal 70345 252 798 508. So it's taken all of those because the rows and the columns are the same number. So now you learn very valuable tools with this particular program. So I suggest you go and study this code and reproduce it, maybe without looking even, because you do need to understand how did we get to this. This is the actual backbone of 2D arrays that you're looking at right now. And we'll do some more exercises tomorrow. So, see you. Go and have a good day and be safe.